Aishwarya ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Am I
Sir, I
audible?
can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, I couldn't hear your voice.
So, is it okay now?
Yeah, now it's fine, ma'am. You can open your presentation, ma'am. You can share your
O-
presentation.
Okay.
Let's wait for a couple of minutes so that rest of the faculties can join. Then we'll join. We'll start by 11:05. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Good morning to all present here. On behalf of Research Cell, I welcome you all for the second day of technical webinar series in the emerging areas of science, engineering, technology, and management. Today, our speaker is Dr. Aishwarya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Humanities and Science, Sri Sasa Institute of Engineering and Technology. She is going to present her lecture on the role of science behind technology. Before moving into the session, I would like to give a brief introduction about our today's speaker. Dr. Aishwarya has completed her doctorate in physics in Avinash Lingam Institute for Home Science and Higher Education for Women on 2020. Her research work is mainly focused on polymer-based hydrophobic thin films. She completed her MSc Physics with specialization in thin films and BSc Physics in Avinash Lingam Institute of Home Science and Higher Education for Women in the year 2014 and 2012 respectively. She has published 4 international research publications and presented several papers in both national and international conferences. She has attended various seminars, workshops, and webinars. During her PhD, she has guided more than 10 MSc projects. Ma'am, the mic is yours and deliver your presentation on the role of science behind technology.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Good morning to all, one and all present here. This is Aisha, yes, Assistant Professor on Physics, Sri Sasa Institute of Engineering and Technology. Thank you for the introduction, sir. Today we are going to see the topic regarding the role of science behind technology. So, whether science and technology are related is a question for all. Actually, it is related. Many of us, we know, yes, it is related. Sir? Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am. You can start your presentation again.
Yes, ma'am.
There was a power issue, sorry. So, moving into the topic.
Ma'am, you
So
can
the
share
role,
your presentation, ma'am. Yes, right. It is
Yeah,
visible now.
yeah. So yes, science and technology both both are related actually. But for many, it seems like science is not the purpose of technology. But it is not so. It is a backbone of technology. So before moving to the topic, I have a few. I will just share you a few questions. So here we goes the contents: introduction, science, relation of science, witness of science, physics, technology, daily life application. What is physics behind daily life application? Conclusion. So, uh, what is essential for living? In general, what we expect for a living? We need a good food to eat. We need good lifestyle, or the basic needs of our life is the only three things: food, a place to live, and the clothes to wear. So we are all in this lifestyle, but science rules us. It rules us actually. Science, it is a branch: physics, chemistry, biology, it goes on. Each and every day-to-day life, I mean day-to-day things, whatever we are doing, it is related with science only. Without science, there is nothing. So you cannot leave science like a anything. Just think, when you are thirsty, you need water to drink. Yes. Have you ever thought about the way of drinking the water? Have you ever thought how we are drinking the water, how it moves into our body? Have anyone experienced that? Anyone have felt that what's happening there? Whether we don't know at the time of when we are getting thirst, we want to drink water. That's what we know. But have you ever come across the word how scientifically it is happening? Is it a scientific thing happening there? Of course, you cannot drink water. I mean, only through mouth you can drink the water. You cannot drink water through your nose or through your eyes. It is not. It is not the way. And that too, the water, it should go into the food pipe, not through the trachea will be there. It should not move in that way. So these things, they define what is science. You can sense hot and cold. Yes. You know why? How we are feeling that? Yes, it is hot. Yes, it is cold. Yes, it is the stimulus. So that happens in science. Have you imagined aircraft without wings? The birds are flying with wings. We are walking with our legs. Have you ever thought, if the aircraft is without wings, can it fly? No. So it needs the balance. So with the wings are we are attaching the wings, right? So what is there behind all these questions? Only science and the physics, that is too particular, because physics is the basics for principle. Whatever system, whatever you're doing, if you even think of drinking water or something, the basic thing, the basic principle is physics. Physics, the only thing happens there. So science, what is science? In general, it is said that is a study of knowledge and about the physical world and natural laws, etc., etc. It is a definition. Is it so? No, actually, it is not. It is the way of life. It is the way how things we explore. It is each and everything we do in a day as science, and it has got physical parameters. So, how science is important? Have you ever thought that? Everything around us, the agriculture, the medical field, in equipments, in food science, in entertainment, in medical field, everything, in all the around, in computer world, this computer world, the technological world, everything has got the science as the basics. Is a main thing through which, even okay, if I'm taking a bus from one point of Chennai to the other, and I'm going to Pondicherry, I need to I mean travel this much of kilometers. So I have to calculate what time I can reach there, and how many petrol or how much of diesel I want to take it. And I want to plan everything. I have to plan. So here goes your physics and your science, right? So you should know what material can be used. You cannot use a water to run up what bus or something. You need a petrol, you need a diesel, right? So interrelation of science, the main thing is it tries to figure out how the world works or what is happening around us. Oh, the hypothesis, the principle. What is the principle behind it? If your computer works, yeah, the computer works. We have system, we have monitor, we have keyboard, we have CPU, everything. But what's happening there? The computer can understand only binary digits, right? So what is behind it? What are the equipments we are using? In CPU, there is a capacitor, there is a condenser, there is a chip, everything. So what is all? These are electronics, right? So what is electronics? There comes physics.
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption. Are you
Yes, sir.
scrolling the slides, ma'am? Your presentation was stagnant in the slide one itself.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm scrolling it down.
Uh,
It's
you
not.
are able to see the first slide only.
Shall I will do one thing.
You make it as a slideshow, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing slideshow. 1 minute, sir. Is it okay now, sir?
Yeah, your PPT is visible, ma'am. You make it as a slideshow.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can
Is
scroll
it
the
okay?
slides.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now it is okay, ma'am. We can able
Yeah,
to see
fine.
the content slide now.
Okay, okay. So shall I restart from the contents or shall
Yeah,
I
you
just?
can.
Okay,
You
fine.
can, you can start from the content slide, ma'am.
Okay, 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 sir. So the contents of today's webinar is Introduction, Science, Interrelation of Science, Witness of Physics, Technology, Daily Life Application, What is Physics Behind Daily Life Application, Conclusion. Yeah. So what is essential for your living? Already I told you, like we need food to live, we need clothes, we need a basic place to live. This was the basic needs. In general, whenever during our school days, people will ask us what is the basic needs, we used to tell this. But nowadays the basic needs have been changed. We need mobile phone, we need computer, we need this, that, everything. But for what? This all, everything comes under technology. So what is the basic of technology? Science. So when you're thirsty, you need to drink water, right? So have you ever thought about the way of drinking water? There happens science. The way how we sense hot and cold. We are sensing it. Yeah, it is hot, it is cold. There happens a stimulus, which means there is a science. The aircraft, if you imagine aircraft without wings, if you imagine we can move around around the earth only with the help of gravity. If the gravity is not there, we cannot walk or we cannot sit. We have to fly. There what happens is science. So among these questions, it is the final answer is about science only. So science is not only physics, chemistry, biology, nothing. It's a wide field. Each and every field has its own advantages, has its own role. So what is science? It is a study of and knowledge about the physical world and natural laws. This is the definition. Is it so? No, it is not so. It is the way of life. It is the way of things how we explore. It is the way how each and everything we do in our daily life. In our daily life, we are watching. When you wake up in the morning, you are watching some scenery. You are watching some good. You are having some tea or coffee, or having drinking some water. So everything is a part of life is based on your science only. So without the science as a basics, it's a basic science, yes. But without science, the principle is failed. The principle what you follow will be failed. Yes. So with the basic principle only, you can develop a system, or you can develop a computer, you can develop a mobile phone, you can develop a technology, whatever. Without the basic science, everything becomes zero. So wherever we can see transportation, agriculture, medical equipments, food science, entertainment, everywhere, everywhere. And nowadays the technology is improving. That is improving in the sense, digital world is we are moving to the digital world, full of electronics. If you take your CPU, that happens. If you open that motherboard, you can see condenser will be there, resistor will be there, chips will be there. So everything makes a system, right? System is not only the monitor, the keyboard, and the CPU. If there is a mistake in the resistor, if the motherboard is not working, what happens to the system? It won't work. So that is what the science plays there. So interrelation of science, it tries to figure out what can be done, what is the principle. So if we use this principle, I cannot use I mean some other principle in some other way. Newton's principle can be used only for force. Newton's principle cannot be used for Bernoulli's. So this what happens, it helps to elevate our fear of unknown. Nowadays we have earth 1D, 2D, 3D, everything. So what is that? These are dimensions. Yes, dimensions. We have seeing the pictures in 5D, 4D, everything. 5D music, everything we are hearing. What is that? So dimension. What is the dimension? X, Y, Z. So what is that X, Y, Z? That happens a cube. So a cube, it has got 3D. I mean 3D. So X, you will be marking X, Y, Z. So X, Y, Y, Z, Z, X, like that. We will be marking and we will be mentioning it. So there happens a mathematical calculation. So here comes science. So science has to find the way to improve our life. So physics. In that, if you, if you take physics, the everything, the light, force, magnet, inertia, gravity, everything, the sound we hear, the electricity we use, the atoms, everything is made up of atoms. There are molecules, there are electrons, heat. If you touch anything, there is a heat. So that heat has a physics. That light has physics. The force, whatever we are doing, we have some force. If someone slaps us, we react to them. That happens in physics. If we are eating something, if it is not proper, then that happens physics. So technology. The science related to technology? Yes, it is rated. Absolutely. Without science, technology will be zero. It starts with the development of technology starts with the basic science. So technology in a society, if you take for a society, it plays an important role. But there are wide range of fields. If you take physics itself, it's a branch of science. But in that, if you see thermodynamics, material physics, quantum physics, classical physics. Why this much physics we are learning? Everything is compared with laws, the derivations, the laws. Oh, what happens? The discovery of concepts. What concept is going on? What and they will testing it with the experimental part also. What's going on? What is observed in physics? I mean, theoretically, whether it is possible as an experiment in practical, is it possible? Yes, if it is true, then there comes a law. This is what happening from the world where it has universe has started. So these are few laws that which I'm just listed down. Which laws make use of what application? So if you, I will just read it out. The Newton's law of motion. It is the basic principle for development of rockets. Bernoulli's principle. The airplane's wings. Because of that only the airplane's wing came. The concept of thermodynamics, that is heat, the development of heat engines, heating effect of electric current, the development of bulbs, vacuum diodes, chemical effect of electric current. It is due to which that happens electroplating, electrotyping, even welding also is there. The phenomena of electromagnetic induction paved the way for electric generators, electric motors, electric furnaces, everything we are using in our day-to-day life. Motors we used to do, we are using, heaters we are using. The principle of conservation of energy in power plants. The phenomenon of automatic induction. Again, the theory of propagation of automatic waves is applied where radio, television, everything. I want to hear radio. How it is possible? It comes from the radio waves, right? That happens physics. I want to see TV. What happens there? Transmission. That happens physics. I want to use microwave oven. What happens there? It is not of the oven. It works as its own. it needs microwaves, right? So this is what happening. So there, these are the basic principle. Without the basic principle, there is nothing. Digital electronics, it is with digital electronics, we go into computers and calculators. Discovery of nuclear fusion, fission, everything. It is for our nuclear plants. Power generation, phenomenon of population inversion is laser. Wherever we go nowadays, we are using lasers. Even during this corona period, we are using lasers, right? How many applications? Many applications. Tidal energy from the sea waves, they are reduced to produce solar energy, electrical energy, everything. How the science are related? Physics with chemistry, yes. Materials, structures, chemical properties. What are the difference between chemical and physical properties? What are elements? What are molecules? What are electrons? Everything, the bond. If I take a material, I want to know what is there in the material. So if I want to know the, I mean, I'm taking on, okay, example, if I'm taking a plastic, can I use it for cooking? Absolutely not. Why? Because it get melted. So that I need to know, right? So what? How I can know? Only the if I study about the material, I know about it. I'm taking a melamine. Yeah, I know it is a melamine, yeah, or a ceramic. Yeah, it can be used for cooking, but there is a temperature constraint. I cannot use after certain temperature. I cannot use. Yes. So what I have to do? I want to check about its material. What material it is? What type of material? Or the what are the properties of the material? So if I'm adding some other material with that, whether the structure can be changed. If the structure can be changed, can its property can be changed? Yes. If the property also can be changed, can I use it for a high temperature? Like that. This is what with the basic thing. It enters into a worldwide application. Physics and biology. Oh, yeah, microscope. Yeah, with microscope only we can view the viruses, the bacteria, or everything. Microorganisms. If you want to know about the microorganism, you have to use microscope. I want to take a scan. I want to go for a. I need to know what problem I got. So if I want to take a scan, I want to go for a MRI scan, CT scan, whatever. So there happens physics principle. Yes, MRI scan has its own principle. CT scan has its own principle. X-ray has its own principle. Everything is based on physics. So I want to know whether there is a fracture alone. For that, some other equipment. I want to know whether there is a problem in my stomach or something. So for that, some other scan. For delivery, some other scan. So everything. If you are making an equipment for that, they have to plan. So for that, that needs a basic physics. Astronomy, yes, again, astronomy, the solar, the universe, how many planets are there, everything we know. So but astronomy, yes, nowadays we are moving into the holes, big bang theory, everything, the basics of this is full physics. And what about mathematics at last? Yeah, of course. That's what I told you. 1D, 2D, 3D, everything we are knowing everything. We know that, oh, nothing. You take a mobile phone. We are taking a picture, we're taking a photos, everything. There goes the pixel. Yes, we know what is pixel. So that there also we need to know the focal length actually. If the focal length is not proper, you will get a blurred image. What is focal length? There comes a basic physics, right? So daily life application, yes. Discovery of aeroplanes, the new modes of printers, faxes, mobile phone, already repeated everything. The radios, television, entertainment, the nuclear power, the power generation, everything. So with knowledge in physics, atom bomb is developed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which killed thousands of people. That what? Technology science is the basic for technology. When the technology improves, it should be used, it should not be misused. You should not misuse it, but many people they are misusing. So this whatever we saw is about the basics, fine. So how you are relating things with physics, everything? The first thing is your material, your bulk material or small material or a quantum dot, whatever. The basic thing is the material. Oh, I want to buy a car. I want to buy a bike. Okay. What type of car? We are deciding about the design. But do I know how what material I mean they are using for the making a car? Can I build a home with a cardboard? No. Can I able to build a home with a this thing brick? Yes. Both cardboard can be also built, but what happens? The strength of the cardboard is weaker, but whereas the strength of the brick is stronger. So I prefer for brick house, right? So the same way happens here also for material synthesis. So the basic thing is the principle. Next comes your materials. What materials can I use? So if I use this material, can it be a stronger one? The tensile, we have to test it for the tensile strength, mechanical property, durability, everything. uh, Nowadays the car, aeroplane, I mean, they are lighter, they are safe also, and the main thing, fuel efficient, because the cost of fuel is rising and rising and rising. So it should be fuel efficient. So in that way the material should be designed. So how we can choose a material? So initially they will choose a material, one or two materials. We know there are many wide variety of materials are there. Even if you take a cookwares, you just think of it. You got copper, you got aluminum, you got stainless steel, you got ceramics, you got melamine, you can everything. Aeroplane metal. How many materials are there? If for one cooking, how many materials are there? It's developing. That's what there are, the new trends are developing. Yeah, use this, use this. Many are using non-stick tawa. I'm asking whether the non-stick tawa is good or not. Can we use a non-stick tawa? Is it good? It is a good thing. Absolutely not. If anyone is using non-stick tawa, it is not at all good, because it has a material Teflon, which is a carcinogenous, which is coated over the tawa, and which makes it without oil, yeah, baking, yeah, making everything. That's fine. But what happens? Those material, you're intaking it in small ages. The people will tell younger one, that is kids, to have their food in silver bowl. Why it is silver bowl? Why they can have in some other bowl, right? Why? What is the need of having a silver bowl? Antimicrobial. The property is antimicrobial. In silver, it has got the antimicrobial property. That's why the world is moving around it. If you take a sugar patient, for sure they will be giving him some silver antimicrobial ointment for the healing. Because in general, sugar patients, if they get any wound, it won't get what heal very fast. So they need like antimicrobial property based ointments. There are many, iodine is there, many things is there, but they will prefer for silver. You can see if silver thing, because it has got antimicrobial property. So like that, the daily life we are in, dealing with many materials, but we don't know whether it is good or not. Nowadays plastic, it is said we should ban plastics. Why? Because it is not good. If someone says, yeah, it is good, I will use. Basics of materials we should know. Can we use? Can we? I mean, what is the advantage of it? What is the disadvantage of it? There happens your science. So this is what the basic thing: material synthesis, bulk material, thin film, nanotechnology, quantum dot. This is what happens here. You're synthesizing a material, bulk material. It is a crystal-like thing. Then comes a thin film. You're making it a film, and comes your nanotechnology now. Those are before it was thin film. Now it has been improved to nanotechnology, and finally it is quantum dot. It is quantum dot. I'm using pen drive. I'm using mobile phone. If you're taking mobile phone, you can check. Before and all, the SIM card will be bigger, and as days goes on, it becomes smaller, smaller, smaller. Now it become, you have micro SIM, nano SIM, everything. Now it has come to quantum dot. Only one dot. You can use a mobile phone. You can use a big size, 128 GB or 256 GB. Anything you can use. With that one dot, you can use 256 GB. So just think about the technology, what is behind it. So semiconductor physics, yeah. So you all know about insulators, connectors, semiconductors, everything. So the basic thing, we started with the semiconductors in the electronics, everything we use semiconductors. Without semiconductor, the world is not. I mean, you cannot imagine about the electronics. The silicon, the most underlying element for electronics is silicon. So gallium arsenide, that is the mixture. I mean, not the mixture, the intrinsic semiconductors, extrinsic semiconductors. These are the basics of physics. So from there, the roots have come. With this, you can use diodes. Can move into amplifiers, transistors, many things. So yeah. Polymers next comes. Polymers. I think when you have heard about polymers, the plastics. General, it is known as plastics also there. Acrylic glass type also there. Many. in general, polymers, they are not that much stronger. It is not like that. They are stronger. Polymers are stronger. You can choose many the lightweight materials to improve the fuel efficiency. Car and aeroplanes, everything they are using polymers. Even the polymer property, I mean, that is the monomers. The n number of monomers is what? Polymers. So these polymers, they have a very good physical properties and chemical property, and the structure, if you are I mean, blending it with some other material, the what efficient effective structures you want, you can get. But there is thing is, you have to synthesize. Of course, there is a need to synthesize it. There is a need to work for it. You have to plan the structure, you have to plan the design, you have to plan the molecules, how it will be, everything you have to do. But there are many tools to describe it. Yes, that what, polymers are not weak. They are stronger. Even many polymers, if you do in a proper way, they are stronger than steel. Then they are stronger than steel. This is what happened. That what the Kevlar it is a polymer. Kevlar, it is a polymer, but you can use it for bullet proof vest. And optical storage materials. Here comes the application for optical storage. Yes, optical storage in the sense pen drive, CD-ROM. I mean, before and all, there was a floppy disk. Magnetic tapes was there initially. Then comes a floppy disk, hard disk. Now, yeah, using pen drive, right? I think everyone would have seen that in the pen drive, you can see the chips. Everything comes in electronics. So everything, the basic is physics. Yeah, even in this CD-ROMs and all, there is a film, anti, I mean, the film like thing, there will be coating, thin reflective coating, and through which the digital information can be stored. So this what the basic things of what is physics, what is science, and what is the principle, everything we saw. Yeah, moving into silicon and polymer. uh, Polymer, as I told you, it has a wide variety of applications. So what polymer is, how we can use it? Silane is one of the basic. It is not actually silicon, it is silane. That is a difference. There is a carbon, the carbon different, is different, acrylic component is there. That is a difference. So silane, it has the property of having low surface chemistry, and polymer, they have got good binding. So, and hence, what, polymer and silane can be blended, and it can be made into variety of applications. Like this, many compounds, not only is polymer and silane, like that, many compounds. You'd have heard copper sulfate. There are many there are for certain things you have to use the certain materials. Gallium arsenide can be used for semiconductor. You cannot use carbon for semiconductor. You cannot use hydrogen for breathing, right? You need oxygen for breathing. You cannot use hydrogen for breathing. Each and every material has its own property. Compounds has their own property. So you should learn about the material. So what material it is and how it can be used. So with that basics only, you can use it for I mean, a particular application. It might be a big project. I am going to do a big project. Yes, but if the material goes wrong, what happens? The project itself is a fail. So before entering into a project, or if you, before you starting a principle, you should know what is the principle behind it and what material you should use. So this is what the material what I use, that is silane and polymer. Silane, it has good anti not anti I mean, many places they are using it, but it has got good low surface chemistry. If I want a low surface chemistry, this is low surface. Okay, low surface chemistry. What is low surface chemistry? Yeah, next. May you have heard hydrophobic materials, hydrophilic materials. Phobic in the sense water repellent. Hydrophilic will be water. I mean, attraction. The what they get attracted with the water. This is what the difference. So if I want to develop a hydrophobic material, I need a surface with low surface chemistry and high surface roughness. In that case, I can develop a hydrophobic material. This is the basic principle. So how it can be developed? So what is the purpose of developing it? What is the thing? To create such a surface, I need this. But is it must? High surface roughness? Yes, high surface roughness is must, because only then the I mean, what are the, if you are pouring a water on a substrate or something, it gets cling to the surface. it should not spread it out. It should not get spread out. If it gets spread it out, then that is no use. It should get clinged up. Okay, fine. Why it should get clinged up? What is the reason? Yeah, it should be hydrophobic property so that it should get clinged. Yes. So what is the relation between hydrophobic property and technology here? Why I'm talking about hydrophobic property here? Any idea? Yes. Yeah, here you can see a picture. This is a lotus leaf. You have seen lotus leaf and even some even reptiles. You can see reptiles. In reptiles, the underbody of the reptiles, it is hydrophobic only. If you check the same image of these leaves and that reptile, you can just check the SCSM. I mean, SEM. Both will be same because that is the structure. What structure they got? They got the low surface chemistry in that body. That is why they are hydrophobic in nature. So, what is the relation between hydrophobicity and technology here? Why I am telling about hydrophobicity? Yes, because the mobile screen what we use, it is waterproof. Many are using a mobile. Yes, now it has become waterproof, and nowadays you have heard mobile phone. If you are some mobile phones, if you are putting into water also, it works well. Like that, the technology is improving. What is the technology improving there? This is the basic thing. This is the basic principle there. It has got hydrophobic property. The watch we use, many watches now and before and all. Oh, if my watch, if it's raining, I used to keep my watch inside my bag. But nowadays, even if it rains or even if there is fog, I don't worry because it is waterproof. It is anti-fog. It has got anti-fog effect. It is seen in Amazon and all. We have can see anti-fog, anti-icing, anti-corrosive. Like that, many things will be there. Many properties will be there. What is that? It is due to hydrophobicity. So waterproof bags, anti-glare glasses, anti-reflective coating, self-cleaning. So even in solar panels, they are using this for more efficiency, anti-icing, anti-fire, etc. The list it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. This is a new trend. So where you can use even ultrafiltration membrane, desalination, sewage treatment, you can purify water. You can purify. How they are planning for purification of water? There is by combining this type of hydrophobic materials, they can hydrophobic and oleophobic. Oleophobic is oil repellent. So like this, they will be combining the materials. They will be there is a basic principle for that, and that surface can be coated with this type of material. And at last, when you filter, you can check the unwanted weeds and unwanted materials can be removed. That and only the dirts can be removed and only the pure water is desalinated, can be filtered. This is what happens here. So this is the step to upgrade the technology. That's why I'm comparing the hydrophobicity with technology. Yeah, this is what the principle for coating in general. Not all the coatings. There are many coatings. This is one among them. You just check. There are two pictures you can see. One, the hydrophobicity. There is a glass which is uncoated glass. The other side also there is a glass which is coated one. So this side you can see if I have some sand particles. I mean there are some sand particles on the glass. In both the glasses there are sand particles. If I'm pouring water over the two, both, you can see in the first picture it gets spread out. But can you see the second picture? It got some cling. It gets clinged to the surface, right? That is the dust particles get clinged. So this is what the basic principle, and this is what the success of hydrophobicity. So this can be used in even solar panels. For solar panels in large, big companies, they need a huge number of manpower for dusting it. So if you are using this type of principle, I mean this type of coating, if you're using over a solar panel, that dust can be removed with water. If the rain comes, it can remove it. It gets cleaned. There won't be any dust over it. That much effect is there, and efficiency. It has got more efficiency compared to the normal solar panels. So you can see there are two pictures again. The one is uncoated one, the other one is coated one. You can see the one is both has got the sand particles. I'm pouring water over it. The one which is uncoated is gets spread out. The other one which has water, it gets clinged. And you can see the transparency. See the coated one also you can view with the glass. That glass itself you can view what is written there. So you just think about the transparency about how much the transparency will be. So how you can use for glasses, anti-glare glasses, window screens, everything can use. So these are what the same coatings when coated in the filter paper, you can see we coated in this filter paper, and what happened, we mixed oil and water, and with the funnel, we try to uh, filter it. The oil, the oil stayed back, and only the water it filtered out. So this is what happened, and this is aerogel, which is also a basic thing for such preparation, which has the property of absorbing oil, leaving the water. You can see that in C and D pictures. You can see in C it has got oil and water mixture, but in D you can see the oil it gets absorbed. Only the water is left out. This can be used in marine thing. Marine, the oil space can be removed. So this is the coating in yarn, that is a cotton cloth or whatever, yarn. So in basically for in during this in medical field, or even our if in daily life also, if I want to don't want to, I know my dress, I don't want to get clumsy with the water or rain. So these are uh, these cloths, they got that hydrophobic property. You can see the first one is, it is not coated, nothing. That coke and water, it gets spread out. But in case of the second yarn, it is coated with hydrophobic proper material, and finally what happens there, it get clinged. This is what the result and what we got. This type of materials can be used in medical sciences, and also in our daily life also. So conclusion, moving to the conclusion, science is the backbone of technology. With this scientific development, innovative technologies can be built. So the basic knowledge is, if the basic knowledge is good, the better equipments can be built to the, and can give to the best to the society. So both science and society, they go hand in hand. So the films I show, whatever I show is hydrophobic films like this. Not only it is not that you should choose this type of material. There are many materials, but you should know the combination. But the combination should be proper. If the combination is proper, for sure you can build a good society, good technology. Everything can be built. But if the combination is not good, that there happens a failure. So what is the reason? The basic is not there. This is what happens here. So these type of features can be in even nano level also. So thank you all.
Yes, the session is open for clarifying your queries. Faculties, if you have any queries, you can raise. Anyone? Faculties, you can raise your queries. You want to clarify anything? No queries? Okay, then we can come to the conclusion. I thank Dr. Aishwarya for delivering the wonderful presentation on science behind technology. She has clearly elucidated about the insights of interrelationship between the different streams of science, but also about the materials and its characteristics. Also, I thank all the participants for attending this webinar, and I pay my respect for your patience. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all present here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.